you one of my favorite day trading tactics or strategies. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So I'll try to keep it as short and sweet as possible, and also give you the information you need to use in order to find these type of trades. So the first thing, if you're doing a day trade, I first suggest and highly recommend that you figure out what type of trend you are trading in. So in other words, if you're trading a stock or an options or futures or any other type of market, number one, if you're going to trade intraday, in this example we're going to be using McDonald's. In McDonald's here we have a valid uptrend, so I want to be long McDonald's stock intraday as a day trade. Same thing's going to apply for something that is going down or in a downtrending market. Then I would want to short that, and there are several different scans you can do for this. For me, my initial analysis for day trading or swing trading, I always start with the longer time frame first. So in this example, I'm looking at a daily chart, and you see a lot of these squiggly lines on my chart. And this is the price action, and then this is what's called the cloud, or the Ichimoku cloud. So what I first like to do, first let's identify the different types of trend. So in this example, I'm searching, I'm hunting for day trades, okay? So when the price action is above the cloud, I want to be long, okay? When the price action is below the cloud, I want to be short. Now, if you're sitting there going, hold on, wait a minute, you went too fast, I don't understand what the cloud is. This is the cloud, C-L-O-U-D, C-L-O-U-D. This is the cloud right here. So this is just like a real-time support and resistance zone, and it's going to change based upon where the price action is. If the price action is above this cloud, then I'm going to be in the bullish mode. If the price action is below those zones or that cloud formation, I'm going to be bearish in nature. So here's another example of Amazon being in a daily uptrend. So I'd want to do uptrend day trades on Amazon. Let's go find a couple of downtrending equities. Here in this example, we've got FAST as our stock symbol. And you can see that the price action is below the cloud. Therefore, we think it's going to go lower, and we want to short it as it continues to go below that cloud. So here is the short area. You've got anywhere from 1 to 3 bars below that cloud, and this is going to be a short setup. Intraday, I'm only going to take shorts on that symbol of FAST. Now, if you get something that's either in the cloud, like this right here, it's stuck in the cloud, I'm going to leave it alone. Or if I have something that's just trading sideways, like this right here, sideways, sawtooth, jagged top price action, I'm going to leave that alone. So first I have to identify uptrend or downtrend, or if it's a sideways churn, I want to avoid this like the plague. Now in TradeStation, TOS, eSignal, a lot of the other top charting platforms out there, you can scan for this thing. So this is how I found McDonald's, MCD. All right, and what I do is I set my scanner up, and over here I'm going to show you in just a second. Anything that's closing, if I have the price action, I'm going to zoom in here so you can really see this because I've got a bigger monitor. Anytime I have the price action closing above the cloud, I immediately know that I probably have a fairly good risk to reward ratio trade that I'm going to play on the long side, because I have a new trend direction. Since I'm crossing above the cloud, I now want to be long. I want to be bullish this equity, which is McDonald's. Now, how I found that is in TradeStation. I can just come over here, and I can load S&P 500, Dow, NASDAQ, all these stocks, and I can sort this basically like a high-powered Excel spreadsheet. They call it radar screen in TradeStation. I can just double-click here and go click, 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 and it'll sort these things for me. Now, when I'm doing this video, it's saying ALF is newly below the cloud. It's saying FLR is newly below the cloud, and it's saying DLPH is newly above the cloud. You can do this TradeStation, TOS, eSignal. Now, if you don't have one of those high-powered scanning machines, you can search for them manually, or I'll show you really quick a free way that you can scan for these. First, if it's going above the cloud, it's going to be bullish. Below the cloud, it's going to be bearish. And then we're going to attack an intraday, and I'm going to show you how. Now, this, at the time of this recording, this is a free website. You can subscribe, but you don't have to. This is part of their free services. I have no type of relationship with this company. I just know that they have a decent free service, and if you don't have high-powered charting software like a lot of us pros do, I recommend you use this route. It's free. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to stockcharts.com, and then there's these blue squares over here on the right-hand side. We're going to scroll down. All right. We're going to scroll down to here to where it goes, let me see here, additional tools. And then we're going to click on predefine scan results. Left click. Okay, and it's going to do its little math for us really quick. And then we're going to scroll down here past technical indicators. We're going to go past that, and then we're going to go here where it says, there we go. I went just a little bit too fast. Let me back up just a minute here. There we go. So I want to scroll down here to where it says candlestick patterns. And then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where it says, here we go. Here's where the magic happens. Ichimoku patterns. And then I'm going to hold down the left control key while I'm clicking my left mouse button. So it's two-handed operation. Hold down control and left click. I'm going to click on moved above the cloud and moved below the cloud. That's going to be first my swing trade parameter to tell me if something has newly went into an uptrend or newly breaking into a downtrend. So I'm going to hold down the control key and I'm going to left click here and then left click here. And what you're going to see is it's going to add these two tabs up here. This is going to be moved above the cloud. This is going to be moved below the cloud. I'm going to let it do its math, and then as soon as it gets those, you can see it's doing its little math. It's just crunching on it. I'm going to pause the video, and as soon as they both show up, then I'll hit record again. All right, so here we have our symbols, the name, the exchange, the sector, and the industry. I highly recommend that you sort this by either exchange, or you can also sort this, if you go all the way over here to the right, sort it by volume. Don't trade something that's super low in volume. Don't trade those penny stocks, though. They'll end up getting you. But we can already see here, here's Adobe, right? That's NASDAQ. And if you want to sort this, you can just hit exchange, and it'll sort it by the exchange. It'll do it by the London Stock Exchange, TSE, it'll do NASDAQ, it'll do NYSE. And so if you click that, it works just like an Excel spreadsheet. It's going to format the column for you and place these all in order. But we're going to take a look first here at ADBE, which is Adobe. So all we have to do is left click on, there's 4 different squared chart boxes. We're just going to click on this one right here. And now, boom, that's going to give us a chart of Adobe. Now, we do have to set this up a little bit because it's got some indicators on here we don't need. So we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to go to Overlays, Simple Moving Averages. We're going to tell it to give us the Ichimoku Full, Simple Moving Average. We don't need any of that right now. It's just going to confuse us. Indicators, RSI, and MACD. We just don't need it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all that to make our job super clean looking. All right, and then I'm going to hit None, and then I'm going to hit Update. Now, when I hit Update, I should see that this is getting ready to go back above the cloud, like it was in the cloud, and then it was above the cloud, and then it was below the cloud, and now it's jumping right back above the cloud, right? So that's going to give me an indication that Adobe is a decent looking long because it is coming from the low side of the cloud right here and going to close above the cloud. So then I would take a look at Adobe, if I'm doing this today, on a smaller time frame. So let's go over and look. All right, so now this is Adobe on a 2-minute chart, and then all I have to do, and you can use a 2-minute, you can use a 5-minute, a 10-minute. I like to use a 5-minute. You could also use a 2 in this example. And what I want to show you, here's all you're looking for. You're going to make your job a whole lot easier. So we have first figured out that ADBE is in a valid new uptrend. And then I am on a 2-minute, either a 5-minute or a 10-minute chart. Those are the ones I like. In this example, we're using a 2. As soon as we get the price action back above that 2-minute high, here you can see we opened up, we went down below the cloud, and then we closed above the cloud. Then I would want to get long there. My stop would be here, and then I would trail my stop loss. I could also re-enter here if I wanted to, and I could also re-enter here on the test of the cloud, and that's how I would intraday enter something like that. Now let's walk through another example of McDonald's. All right, so let's break it down one more time. We've scanned for something that is either breaking above or below the cloud. We don't really care the direction of it so much. We just want it to either be going up, new uptrend here. You can see we've had 1 bar above the cloud, which 1 equals aggressive, 2 equals moderate, 3 equals conservative in my view. So here we've got a new valid uptrend in McDonald's, MCD. So for me, I want to focus intraday only on the long side. I don't want to do shorts. Even though on this day it went down, I want to focus mainly on the shorts because I've got a new established uptrend and I want to take advantage of that. So that's the daily. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shrink my chart here while you're watching me. There we go. I'll remove my little ink tool. All right. And now the same thing applies to McDonald's. So as you can see here today, and I'll go back a couple days so you can see this working. So here's McDonald's. It gapped up. I don't want to deal with that. I want to wait until it either sells back off and bounces off the cloud for a nice little trampoline trade, right? Or I will let it come back below the cloud. I will not short it at that point, and then I'll wait for it to cross back above the cloud here and get re-long. Now this is a 2-minute chart. I'm going to change it to a 5 so you can see a little bit of the different looks here. There's a 5-minute chart, and you can do the exact same thing. It really depends on what time frame that you really get along with more than anything. And there's no magic about should I use a 1 minute, a 2 minute, a 3 minute, or a 5 minute. It really comes down to what you can profitably use yourself. So in this example, here's McDonald's. So in this example, on a 5-minute chart, you can see here on a 5-minute chart, we gapped up right there, and then we slammed into the cloud. There's a buy signal. Here's a buy signal, and then there's a buy signal. I'm going to change it back over to a 2-minute chart so you can see yesterday's price action. So that's today's price action. Here's another example of yesterday's price action on a 2-minute, and I'll show you a couple different trades that you could have pulled off there on this one, this case too. Here, let me shrink it down so I can get all one day into a 2-minute time frame without losing too much of the price action here. Okay, there we go. All right. So in this case scenario, you had a gap up yesterday as the recording of this video. We slammed down and it closed back up. I want to get long there. All right, stop loss low of the day. I can rebuy at the cloud here, or I can let it cross below the cloud, and I will either want to buy it here when it crosses back above, or I want to buy here when it crosses above. So that's how I would intraday find stuff that is trending, that is strong, and I would time an intraday so that I would have a lower risk, higher reward trade setup. And this is all using a built-in indicator called Ichimoku. Almost all good platforms out there have it. Let me show you how you spell it. All right, so here's how you spell Ichimoku. You spell it I-C-H-I-M-O-K-U. So it'll be an Ichimoku cloud. So hopefully this has helped you, and if you're interested in learning how to use Ichimoku more and get some more advanced knowledge on how to properly use Ichimoku, I'm going to give you a special offer, and here's a fraction of what you'll learn. Number one, it is the #1 best-selling Ichimoku course on the market today. I'm going to share with you 7 proven setups that I use in my trading, with trading rules and indicator settings, with a list of checklists with cheat sheets so that you can use them in your own trading and investing, with entries and exits. I'm going to explain what stop loss to use and what targets to use. I'm also going to teach you and show you how to scan the markets with Ichimoku, how to filter out the best trades so that you never guess what to do next, and I'm also going to teach you some deadly head fakes that you need to know about. Now, when you decide to invest in more advanced knowledge in Ichimoku, you don't have to worry. You have an absolute zero risk transaction with us here. 100% guaranteed, no questions asked guarantee. If you do not love it, we do not want your money, and we always over deliver here. Our goal is for you to get at least a 10x return on your investment. So here's what all comes with Ichimoku Cloud Charting Secrets. Ichimoku Cloud Charting Secrets is valued at $97. And it's an on-demand course where as soon as you go to hubertcenters.com/pub, or you can call the office, area code 859-963-3445. What we're going to do is we're going to give you the Ichimoku Cloud Charting Secrets course, $197 value, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 follow-up live webinars with you, 1 a week for the next 4 weeks from the time you purchase. I'm also going to do 1 day of live trading in our live trading room. That's a total value of $682. Your special offer will be $97 if you use the link below, www.hubertcenters.com/PUB. Good luck. I hope it helps, and I wish you the best of luck in your trading.